Hello everybody, welcome back. In this class, I am going to explain about servlet collaboration. There are two types of servlet collaboration. Request dispatcher I already discussed in the previous video. Now I am going to discuss about send redirect. Now, what is a send redirect method? Send redirect method of HTTP servlet response interface can be used to redirect the response to another resource, and it may be a servlet, JSP or HTML file. It accepts relative as well as absolute URL. It works at the client side because it uses the URL bar of the browser to make another request. So it can work inside and outside the server. In case of send redirect, the control is not shifted from servers at the server side from source to destination. Instead, the control first goes back to the browser and then the control will be shifted to destination. In order to perform servlet redirection, we need to call send redirect method of HTTP servlet response interface. Now, after discussing about this request dispatcher and send redirect methods, I will see what are the differences between this request dispatcher and send redirect methods. First, while forwarding a request from source to destination, the client is not intimated or informed at the other side. This is in the case of forward method. While in the case of redirection, while in the case of send redirect, while redirecting a request from source to destination, the client is intimated or informed. In the forwarding, container creates only a single pair of request and response objects, where in the case of send redirect, the container creates minimum two pairs of request and response objects. In the case of forward method, when a request is forwarded from source to destination, then along with the control, the request parameters are also forwarded automatically. In the case of send redirect, while redirecting a request, only control is redirected, but request parameters are not automatically redirected. And while forwarding, both source and destination must exist within the same server, but we cannot communicate across servers. In the case of send redirect, it is possible to communicate either within server and also across servers. And while forwarding, both source and destination must be Java enabled resource, that is JSP, servlet or HTML. In the case of send redirect, only source must be Java enabled and destination can be either Java or non-Java enabled resource. So this is about the differences between forward method and send redirect method, or request dispatcher and send redirect method. I will show you, I'll explain the send redirect with an example. So this is a send redirect. First create a dynamic web project and give appropriate names for project names and the class names. So I have two servlet classes. One is searcher.java and the other is send redirect example.java. And I am also having an index.html and a web.xml also. So here I am having two servlet classes and one index.html. So inside the servlet tag, the display name is send redirect example, servlet name and servlet class is send redirect example. Then in the servlet tag, I have two servlets, so I need to configure the two servlets in the web.xml. And the another servlet name and servlet class is searcher. Inside servlet mapping, once for send redirect example, I am giving the URL pattern as send, and for searcher servlet, I am giving the URL pattern as search. Then inside the welcome file list, you need to mention it as welcome file list as index.html. So, first control starts from index.html. Here, when I enter the name and submit, when I enter my name and say submit, the form action goes to the search URL. that is to the searcher.java. Search is the URL pattern for searcher.java servlet. In public class searcher extends HTTP servlet begin protected void do get HTTP servlet request HTTP servlet response throws servlet exception IO exception. Then string name equal to request.get parameter name. The name which I entered in this index.html is acquired in this searcher.java through request.get parameter and stored in the string name. Then response.send redirector. Where is the where it is redirecting? The redirection takes place to the this site https google.co.in plus name. So this is the program for send redirect example. Public void do get HTTP servlet request HTTP servlet response throws servlet exception IO exception. Response.set content type text slash HTML print writer pw equal to response.getWriter. Then response.send redirect to HTTP or google.com. That is the difference between request dispatcher and send redirect is that the request dispatcher, the control goes from one servlet to another servlet, then the servlet 1 to servlet 2, then servlet 2 has to give the response back to the client. Whereas in the case of send redirect, if the control goes from servlet 1 to servlet 2, then from servlet 2 again the control comes back to the browser, and from the browser the response is given back to the client. This is the difference between send redirect and request dispatcher. So hope you understood about the send redirect and request dispatcher. Okay, I'll continue in the next class.